8 of the top 10 biggest buildings in the world are in Asia. We're urbanising at a rate of 40 million people a year. That's almost the size of Spain. And we're building 20,000 new homes a week. And if I don't get knocked over by a tram, I'm going to show you how to invest in Asian property. From modern high-rises to local dusky markets, Hong Kong's got absolutely everything. And believe it or not, people actually invest in apartments like this. What I'm about to show you are 2 pieces of real estate in 2 prime areas. An area on the rise called Wan Chai and well-known bustling Causeway Bay.
What was once pretty dull has been transformed by a couple of Hong Kong residents who had vision and a bit of imagination.
I'm going to take this home, I'm going to have blowtorch pig's head for my dinner. Duncan's been in Hong Kong for 2 years as a part-time property investor. Duncan, where are we?
We're in the heart of Hong Kong. We're between Wan Chai and Causeway Bay.
And this is your place, is it?
It's one of them, yeah, up there at the top.
Shall we have a look then?
Go on inside. So here we are. It's a nice and light area. It's small, but, you know, it's all that I would need if I was a young professional.
Just tell me, what kind of person rents a place like this?
Well, I think before, places like this would have been lived in by little old ladies. And what I'm trying to do is to put in a fitted kitchen and a fitted bathroom and change the demographic a bit.
Sure. So how long ago did you buy it?
2 years.
OK, so talk me through the numbers then. Come on. How much?
So 200,000 US to buy, about 15,000 to renovate. All that stuff's pretty cheap here because, you know, cost of labour is relatively cheap.
Yep.
All the materials come from China, that's cheap as well.
Right.
And the rental now is about 1,500 US a month. So that equates to about 7% yield, so that's pretty good.
And what's the mortgage? How much are you paying on your mortgage?
Mortgage is 70% mortgage, and interest rates are less than 2%, yeah. So the rental income more than covers the full mortgage. That's a 12-year repayment mortgage, interest and repayments.
So the irony of a place like this is you'd probably be paying 2-3 times this if you're buying a brand new apartment in Hong Kong. Duncan's come and found a small, cheap apartment. He spent 15,000 US dollars renovating it, and he's getting a cracking yield. So, you know, you have to sort of look past what you see on the outside and the smelly markets and look at the investment opportunity. I think this is great.
It's the classic gentrification story, you know, where you've got somewhere which is undervalued in the market, and if you look at the fundamentals, and obviously location is important to that, then, you know, there's a deal to be had.
Final question. What's it worth now, 2 years on?
I reckon it's worth about 300,000 US, but as I say, it wipes its face, so I'm not looking to sell it anytime soon. I think the future's
well, mate, he's buying the coffees. So today we're in Times Square in Causeway Bay looking at a very different type of property investment. So we're going to go and meet Elaine Young, CEO of Shama Serviced Apartments. So what's the size of the unit that we're looking at this morning?
This one's around 800 square feet.
OK. So this is one of your serviced apartments. So what are Shama Serviced Apartments then?
A serviced apartment is really like a hybrid between a residential unit and a hotel.
OK.
So this is one of our 7 properties in Hong Kong. It used to be a commercial building, and we've transformed it into 110 apartments.
And occupancy rates, how full are you in here?
Today, 98%.
Wowee. And is this the sort of average? Are they bigger, smaller? I mean, what's the range?
They range from 340 square feet up to about 1,400. We've actually got 15 different layouts, but the majority are different configurations of 1-bedrooms. We find that's the most popular.
Elaine, tell me a bit, what does Shama mean?
It actually means tranquility in Sanskrit.
So there's a message in here for individual investors as well about the way you design a property and get maximum value from it. But you do a bit more than that, right? Because, you know, anyone can just go buy an apartment and make it look good. We've already looked at a few of those ourselves. But what's different about what you offer beyond that? I
think one difference is we never just bought individual apartments. We'd only, even when we started, and, you know, money's always a huge restriction when you're, especially individuals in a city like Hong Kong. It's one of the most expensive in the world. We never bought just apartments. We'd buy a small block. And then you can transform all of the exterior. You can have influence on the entrance, the corridors, etc. You put artwork there, the whole security, the staffing you employ. So, and we literally went from just small block to medium block, and this block is 84,000 square feet and 110 apartments.
So 13 years on, how many buildings where?
We have about 17, 18 buildings, about 2,000 apartments. Hong Kong, Shanghai, Chengdu, Dalian, Guangzhou, Hangzhou, opening Bangkok, opening Bangalore in India.
Okay, so we know the economy's fast and furious here, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the property market's a no-brainer.
Everyone thinks they can make a killing here, but you do have to do your homework and pay close attention to trends. Otherwise, that speculation could turn into a frightening freefall.
I'm at the Sparkle in West Kowloon. I bought 4 units about 3 years ago in this building, and it's a gorgeous development, but it's not my finest investment. Okay, so I bought this apartment in 2007 and it completed in 2009. It's 521 square feet and 1 bedroom, which, believe it or not, is about the typical size of a Hong Kong apartment. Now, the thing is about this apartment, admittedly I bought it in 2007, which was about the worst time to buy any property anywhere in the world, or any investment for that matter. But the reality is the Hong Kong property market has done extremely well in the last couple of years, yet I'm still sitting on a fairly sizable loss here. I'm about 20% out of pocket. I paid 3.6 million Hong Kong dollars, and it's now worth about 3 million. And that just goes to show you that new products, new properties in this market might sparkle, but they don't always shine.
When we return, if real estate in Hong Kong ever loses some of its luster, I'll show you why heading out to the countryside may be a terrific alternative.